All right, Coach. You're in the game the first half, and then midway, things started like twiddle apart. Not break, not break, just twiddle.
Well, they have upperclassmen, and we don't have many of them. And I always talk about turnovers, live turnovers that lead to baskets, unforced turnovers, and that hurt us there at the end of the first half. And we had a couple open shots late we didn't make, and we just made a couple bonehead plays. But that's part of having a young team. We got to play through it. And thought some guys had urgency today. Other guys' urgency was more. We made a mistake, and you can't accumulate mistake on top of mistake, and we did that. And we got to play better defense though. And we got to grind better on the defensive end. And there's going to be a lot of mismatches that are in our favor because of what we have with those guys being out and having a really young team. We know that, but it's still not an excuse. We got to find a way to do some things where we can stop some people.
I saw some things, especially inside the paint with Drummond today. I hadn't seen in a while, and that's pretty much on my part because I hadn't been here. But has he looked like that?
That was the best he's played. I think since I've been here, and he missed a lot of bunnies too. He's just got to learn to play through a mistake, and he's such an emotional kid, so he doesn't want to let anyone down. And sometimes you got to be the other way around. Have a short memory, and if we can get him to have a short memory, just play on to the next one and all that stuff. So, he's a big, strong kid, and he gets the ball deep in there, and his footwork has gotten a lot better in the last year. He can score on people down there. We got to get him to do it consistently, and we got to get him to have confidence that I can do this against anyone. So that would be a huge advantage for us if he can get us 10, 12 points down in the paint.
Mike, I know Fresno State's a good team, but your guys, it didn't look like they had that consistency or the consistency, the efforts that they had Thursday night.
I don't know if it's effort. Urgency to be in the right place. I thought our guys played hard. I thought we got the loose balls. I thought we did I was really worried about rebounding. I'm not sure what the rebounding difference was, but I thought we rebounded well. So the effort and the physicality. Sometimes just in a one-on-one setting, a junior, senior is going to be a freshman right now until we learn. But yeah, you gotta. I thought we came out. We was like, all right, here we are. We just got to learn to sustain that longer. And there's times out there we had 3 freshmen, a sophomore, and a senior, and 4 freshmen and a sophomore. We just got to continually to get past that. And what we can't do is compound a game like this to the next game. And I thought the Cal game hurt us with San Francisco. Now we got to learn that this game can affect the next one, and this is a learning process. We've played good teams so far this year, and we got to learn to get better. We got to get better.
Talk about that. Every team you've played has been a different style, one way or the other. Either offensively they've been strong, or some things that they made adjustments. The guys adjusting to game, like you said, and moving forward.
The biggest thing I would say is the defense. There's no excuse. We got to get better on the defensive end, and part of it is when you have more experienced guys know where to be at that moment on defense. Well, we have so many young guys. They can do it at times. It's just not consistent. That's how people score on you, and that's why today Fresno shot 55%. Great examples. We switched certain ball screens, and today we did it. No, we did throughout the game, but 3 times we did, led to 6 points. 2 times we just did not run to the shooter. There's 6 more points. Well, that's 12 points now. Well, there you go, and that's where it adds up. And we gotta have more urgency in the moment, and we'll get there.
Talk about, if you can, finishing a game, second half, when it gets beyond out of your control to where your chemistry is still working, but
well,
some things
we have good kids, so we have good kids, so they're going to try to do what we want, even when you get down 15, 17, 13, whatever it was. But then you have to sort of play a little differently. And honestly, playing fast like that is the way we want to play and being aggressive, but we can't do it for 40 minutes. Right now we have 8 scholarship players. It is what it is, and we gotta get through that first half and that second half and give ourselves a chance. And today, early in the second half, You know, it's a 7-point game, 9-point game. We're still in it. Make a couple threes, we're right there. But we have to have that urgency to get to that point. So, you know, our guys, they really want to win. They want to do it the right way. Just got to continue to work harder and keep working on our plan, and it's going to happen. It's the same as last year. We were 1-7 at one point, and everyone's like, what's going to happen? And it happened. It happened. It's coming along. The differences are margin of error with these guys that we're counting on that are injured, that are out. Our margin of error is very little, so we gotta get better at playing better defense and really do a better job of having urgency in certain moments of doing the right thing.
How do you work? Because like you're saying, Andrew can get emotional, and that which can affect his play on the court. Then you got a bunch of younger guys who may not be used to this. How do you keep their? I guess this is part of me. How do you keep their attitude the right? You know.
Well, recruit good kids. You know, recruit good kids. We don't blame the finger in our program. We don't make excuses. This is a great life lesson to our guys too. For our coaches, for me, it's you know, a lot of times it never goes as you want in life. It's not going how we want it right now. And so here's your life lesson. All right, so what are you going to do? Are you going to pout, make excuses, point fingers, quit, or are you going to find a way to figure it out and fix it? And we have a lot of season left. We're going to work really hard to fix it. It's not going to be pretty at times, and then sometimes we're going to catch fire, and we're going to be okay. We just got to stay the course, and this is when your circle gets tighter. This is when your team gets tighter. This is when you tell the freshmen, hey, hang in there with us. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. And you got to fight like crazy. So I knew about, you know, coming here, building a culture, building a program. There's no guarantees that it gets better before it gets exactly where you want. And you have some good things happen, and you have some tough things you got to deal with. You just keep plugging along. And coaching is peaks and valleys, man. It's peaks and valleys. And when you get in a valley, you stick together and find a way to get out of it. And when you get in, you know, you get to the peaks, you know it's very quick that you can get kicked off that peak. So you got to appreciate it all, and then you got to never take it for granted.
Is there anything that you see in front of you right now that jumps out at you that you hadn't talked about before?
No, we got to shoot the ball better. We missed a lot of open shots. We rush them. I think we got to make the shot. We got to make the shot, and then you rush them. Got to shoot better from the free throw line. I mean, we got to the line 21 times. We made 15, not bad. But we need to shoot better than that. And then what's glowing is the other team, 55% from the field, 50% from three. Come on. In all 4 of our games, the other team shot really well against us. We just got to keep plugging away on the defensive end and get these young guys to get some scars and some wounds and heal them and get better.
I guess the last question, last situation, that's setting up the next game, you know, moving forward.
Yeah, Lamar's a very good team. They played Fresno at Fresno to a really close game. They're very talented. Coach Price has done a great job with that program quickly, and you know, we have our hands full. But we gotta worry more about ourselves than everybody else, because I think the biggest thing right now for us is because we're young and we're inexperienced and guys are playing different positions, we are beating ourselves. We got to work on that.
All right, Coach.
Anything else?
Appreciate it, guys.
Yep.